Pigs are travelers. Some speed down highways in climate-controlled trucks. Others cross oceans on livestock ships. A rare few even fly across continents. But for pigs, every mile is a battle against stress, exhaustion, and even death. Transporting live animals is a high-stakes mission. Pigs are fragile, easily stressed, and prone to overheating. A single mistake, too little space, a sudden jolt, a few extra degrees of heat can mean injury, exhaustion, or death. Disease is another lurking threat. African swine fever has wiped out entire pig populations, forcing strict biosecurity rules at every checkpoint. Farmers, drivers, and veterinarians fight daily to keep these animals safe. But how do they do it? How do they move thousands of pigs without chaos, suffering, or disaster? The answer lies in cutting-edge transport trucks with climate control, GPS tracking, and soft flooring that cushions every step. It lies in ships designed like floating farms, complete with automated feeding systems and ventilation that keeps pigs cool, even in the tropics. And it lies in the hands of skilled handlers who know that a calm pig is a healthy pig. This is the untold story of how millions of pigs make their way across the world, safely, efficiently, and against the odds. Before a pig even sets foot onto a truck, its journey has already begun. Some are bound for processing plants, others for breeding farms. But not every pig is chosen. Each animal is inspected, tagged, and documented. One clerical error, one missed health check, and an entire shipment can be turned away at the border. The real test, however, begins once they start moving. Loading is a critical moment. Pigs don't like change. If rushed, they panic, squealing, scrambling, and sometimes injuring themselves. Handlers use low-stress techniques, guiding them with soft paddles and curved loading ramps that mimic natural movement. The goal is simple: keep the pigs calm, moving smoothly, and prevent stress. Once inside, the transport itself is a marvel of engineering. Modern livestock trucks are more than metal boxes on wheels. They are rolling climate-controlled shelters, designed to keep pigs comfortable across long distances. Multi-deck trailers maximize space while preventing overcrowding. Ventilation fans maintain airflow, ensuring fresh air even in scorching heat. Some trucks even have misting systems to keep pigs cool on hot days. Water troughs are built into the sides, allowing pigs to drink whenever needed. Flooring is textured and slightly cushioned, reducing the risk of slips and injuries. Every detail matters. But not all pigs travel by road. Some make their journey across seas. Specialized livestock ships carry thousands of pigs at a time, complete with feeding stations, water tanks, and dedicated crews to monitor their welfare. These floating farms must navigate rough waters while ensuring pigs remain stable, fed, and stress-free. Regulations require regular inspections and strict biosecurity measures to prevent disease outbreaks at sea. For high-value breeding pigs, the sky is the limit, literally. Cargo planes transport select pigs to international destinations, packed in spacious crates with straw bedding and constant airflow. Every flight is planned down to the minute to minimize time in transit. A delay on the runway isn't just an inconvenience. It could be life-threatening. Whether by land, sea, or air, the goal remains the same: move the pigs efficiently, keep them calm, and ensure they arrive healthy. But no journey is without challenges. Extreme weather, long distances, and the ever-present risk of disease make pig transport one of the most demanding operations in the agricultural world. Moving pigs isn't like shipping crates of fruit or boxes of electronics. These are fragile, reactive animals. Every moment in transit is a potential crisis. A jolt in the road can send them tumbling. A temperature spike can cause heat stroke within minutes. A border delay can mean hours without food or water. One mistake, and the entire shipment is at risk. Pigs don't sweat, which means they overheat fast. If the truck's ventilation fails, they struggle for breath, their bodies shutting down in minutes. A single sick pig in a shipment can spread disease like wildfire, wiping out entire herds. They overheat easily, panic under stress, and are vulnerable to disease. Every trip is a battle against time, environment, and biological fragility. Pigs don't like change. The moment they are moved from familiar surroundings, their bodies react. Stress hormones flood their system, making them more vulnerable to illness, fatigue, and injury. The transport process itself is a series of unavoidable stress points. Loading is the first. If pigs are forced up ramps too quickly, if they slip on hard flooring, or if handlers use too much force, panic spreads. A frightened pig will squeal, scramble, and sometimes even pile on top of others in a desperate attempt to escape, causing suffocation and injury. Skilled handlers use specific techniques to minimize this, such as curved loading chutes that prevent pigs from seeing what's ahead, reducing hesitation and fear. Some trucks even have noise-reducing interiors to keep the journey as quiet and calm as possible. Once on the road, another problem emerges: heat stress. Pigs have almost no sweat glands, meaning they can't regulate their body temperature well. If ventilation is poor, if too many pigs are packed into one space, or if the truck is caught in traffic under a scorching sun, the consequences can be fatal. Overheated pigs will begin breathing rapidly, their tongues lolling out as they desperately try to cool down. If the situation isn't corrected quickly, they collapse. Transporters have strict guidelines to prevent this, using climate-controlled trucks, spacing pigs properly, and sometimes even misting them with water to mimic sweating. In extreme conditions, transport is postponed entirely to avoid mass casualties. But stress isn't just about survival, it also affects the product itself. Overly stressed pigs develop PSE meat, pale, soft, and exudative, a condition that ruins pork quality. The muscle fibers break down too quickly, leading to a mushy, tasteless product that consumers reject. For pig farmers, this means financial loss, and for transporters, it means stricter rules on handling. The entire industry is built around one goal: keep the pigs calm, and you protect both the animal and the end product. If stress is an invisible enemy, disease is an outright war. Pigs traveling together in confined spaces are at high risk of spreading illness. One sick pig in a truckload of hundreds can infect the rest in hours. The most feared of all is African swine fever, ASF, a deadly virus that has decimated pig populations across Asia, Europe, and Africa. It spreads through direct contact, contaminated surfaces, and even on the boots of workers. Unlike other livestock diseases, there is no vaccine, no cure, only strict containment. Governments worldwide enforce rigorous biosecurity measures to prevent outbreaks. Trucks must be thoroughly disinfected before and after every trip. Drivers and handlers wear protective clothing and are often prohibited from visiting multiple farms in a short period. Some countries require pigs to undergo quarantine periods before transport, keeping them isolated for weeks to ensure they aren't carrying a hidden virus. Border crossings are another major hurdle. In some regions, pigs must be tested before and after travel, with entire shipments being turned away if even one animal shows signs of illness. But not all diseases are as dramatic as ASF. Even common illnesses like respiratory infections can spread rapidly in transit, especially in poorly ventilated trucks. The combination of close quarters, fluctuating temperatures, and travel fatigue weakens immune systems. To combat this, many transport companies install air filtration systems in their vehicles, preventing airborne pathogens from circulating. The elements can be as dangerous as disease. Pigs are highly sensitive to temperature extremes, and transporters must adapt to the conditions of the journey. In hot climates, heat stroke is the biggest threat. Pigs in unventilated trucks can die within hours if temperatures climb too high. Transporters counter this with misting systems, scheduled stops in shaded areas, and nighttime transport to avoid peak heat. In some cases, trucks are even equipped with emergency cooling fans powered by backup generators. Cold weather presents an entirely different challenge. In winter, especially in regions with sub-zero temperatures, pigs risk hypothermia and frostbite. Their ears, tails, and hooves are particularly vulnerable, and transporters must ensure that wind chill doesn't cause lasting damage. Some trucks use heated floors or thick straw bedding to keep pigs warm. Others reduce travel speed in extreme cold to minimize exposure. Regulations in many countries require additional insulation measures when transporting pigs during winter months. The longer the journey, the harder it is on the pigs. Unlike cattle, which can endure extended trips with scheduled breaks, pigs need constant access to water and rest. International regulations vary, but in most regions, pigs cannot travel for more than 24 hours without food and hydration. In the European Union, the limit is even stricter. 8 hours for most transport unless the vehicle is equipped with food and water systems. Long journeys also increase the risk of transport fatigue, a condition where pigs become so exhausted that they collapse upon arrival. To combat this, transporters strategically plan rest stops, allowing pigs to stretch, eat, and recover. Some high-tech trailers even have built-in feeding stations, allowing pigs to eat while in motion. But even with the best planning, unforeseen delays can be catastrophic. A highway accident, a broken-down truck, or a delayed cargo ship can extend travel times beyond safe limits. In extreme cases, emergency animal welfare teams must intervene, relocating pigs to nearby farms or rest stations. Some transport companies now use GPS tracking and predictive analytics to anticipate delays and reroute shipments accordingly. Moving pigs across vast distances is a logistical puzzle with high stakes. Every decision, how to load, when to travel, what route to take, can mean the difference between a smooth journey and a disaster. Transporters must constantly adapt, factoring in stress, biosecurity, weather, and distance. And with global pork demand continuing to rise, the pressure to make transport safer, faster, and more humane is higher than ever. But solutions exist. Inside a modern livestock truck, technology never sleeps. Sensors monitor every breath, tracking temperature, humidity, and even air quality. If CO2 levels rise, ventilation fans kick in automatically. If it's too hot, a fine mist sprays over the pigs, mimicking sweat to keep them cool. GPS tracking follows every shipment in real time, ensuring pigs never get stuck in traffic under a scorching sun. These aren't just trucks. They're rolling life support systems designed to give pigs the safest journey possible. Ventilation systems automatically adjust airflow based on temperature and humidity, preventing overheating in the summer and freezing in the winter. Some trailers are even equipped with misting systems, spraying a fine mist over the pigs to mimic sweating, ensuring their body temperature remains stable in extreme heat. Sensors continuously monitor CO2 and ammonia levels inside the truck, preventing dangerous gas buildup that could cause respiratory issues. If conditions become unsafe, alerts notify the driver in real time, allowing immediate adjustments. GPS tracking has also revolutionized pig transport, allowing logistics teams to monitor every shipment in real time. Delays, detours, or sudden weather changes can be detected early, ensuring pigs are rerouted when necessary to prevent unnecessary stress. Feeding and hydration are also critical, especially for long-haul journeys where pigs need consistent nutrition to stay healthy. Many modern transport trucks now have built-in water troughs, giving pigs continuous access to fresh water. Some are even equipped with automated feeding systems that release small amounts of food at intervals, preventing overfeeding or aggressive competition for resources. On livestock ships, these systems are even more sophisticated. Ocean transport can take weeks, and pigs must be fed and watered continuously. Advanced vessels now feature massive feed silos and automated distribution systems that ensure pigs receive the right amount of food at the right time. Water filtration systems purify seawater, ensuring a steady supply of fresh drinking water for the animals. These innovations have drastically reduced stress and mortality rates during ocean transport, allowing pigs to arrive at their destinations well-fed, hydrated, and in good condition. Preventing disease is another major challenge, and cutting-edge biosecurity measures are now a fundamental part of pig transport. African swine fever and other deadly illnesses spread easily, so every transport vehicle must be fully disinfected before and after each trip. High-tech UV disinfection tunnels have been introduced at many major transport hubs, using ultraviolet light to kill harmful pathogens on trucks before they leave the farm or enter a new region. Some companies have even deployed automated robotic washing systems, which spray disinfectant with precision, ensuring that no surface is missed. This level of biosecurity reduces the risk of outbreaks and prevents infected pigs from being transported across borders. Ocean transport has also evolved with the development of livestock ships designed to function like floating farms. These vessels are equipped with multi-level pens, climate-controlled environments, and AI-powered ventilation systems to ensure pigs remain comfortable, even in rough sea conditions. Instead of cramming pigs into small, confined spaces, these modern ships provide ample room for movement, reducing stress and preventing injuries. Some livestock ships now even use biometric ear tags to monitor pigs' heart rates, temperature, and activity levels, alerting crew members if an animal shows signs of illness. This allows for rapid intervention and prevents minor health issues from escalating. Sustainability is becoming a growing priority in livestock transport, leading to the development of more energy-efficient transport methods. Electric and methane-powered livestock trucks are being tested to reduce the environmental impact of pig transport. Since pigs naturally produce methane as a byproduct, researchers are exploring ways to convert their waste into biofuel, potentially creating a self-sustaining energy loop that powers the transport system itself. With these innovations, the future of pig transport is becoming more humane, efficient, and technologically advanced. From climate-controlled trucks and GPS tracking to floating farms and automated feeding systems, every aspect of transport is being optimized to ensure pigs travel with minimal stress and maximum safety. As demand for pork continues to grow, these advancements will play a crucial role in shaping the future of the global pork industry, making long-distance pig transport not only possible, but also more sustainable and ethical than ever before. Pigs don't just travel, they survive the journey. Every year, millions are loaded onto trucks, ships, and even planes. Some cross highways, others cross oceans. But no matter the route, every mile is a test. Stress is the enemy. He can kill. Disease spreads like wildfire. One mistake, poor ventilation, overcrowding, a delay at the border, can mean disaster. That's why the industry has transformed. Trucks now track every breath. Ships act like floating farms. Biometric sensors monitor pigs in real time, ensuring they stay healthy, calm, and safe. The goal is simple: move fast, reduce suffering, and keep losses low. But the challenges aren't over. Animal welfare groups demand better conditions. Environmentalists push for greener solutions. Scientists race to develop cleaner, smarter transport methods. Methane-powered trucks, AI-driven cooling systems, and floating biosecure farms may soon redefine how pigs travel. The next time you see pork on your plate, think of the journey behind it. The highways, the oceans, the thousands of hands working to ensure it arrives safely. Every pig that travels is part of a global system, a delicate balance of speed, science, and survival. The future of pig transport is changing. Smarter trucks, biosecure ships, and real-time monitoring are making it safer than ever before. But in this industry, there is no room for error. Because when it comes to moving live animals, every second, every breath, and every mile matters.